So when I came to the first question, you said kill the rapist, not the baby. Obviously not shoot him like you shooting him, but kill
the
him
government.
Process of law.
Yeah.
But would that not leave the blood on your hands?
No, because Paul, who wrote what you just read, who wrote Romans, also wrote the Romans don't hold the sword in vain. The government doesn't hold the sword in vain. Right. And what that's referring is that the government does have judicial authority to try someone in a court of law. Right. So the way that God calls me to act towards my neighbor and things like that and loving my enemy, I can love my enemy and I can even forgive my enemy, but I would still want them charged if they try to steal my car.
Right.
So that's the difference. The government still has an obligation from God to care for the society that it's over.
So you think a rapist should be charged with murder?
Should be charged with, not with murder. A rapist should be charged with rape. Do I think the punishment should be the death penalty? I don't know. I would have to pray about that more. I definitely think that what I do is it's when I'm brought with the question that you asked, like, oh, what about that child that was conceived in rape? You know, right now we live in a society that says, let the rapist live, but kill the child. And I would say it's far more morally acceptable to flip it, to kill the rapist and let the child live. Because the child's not guilty of a crime, the rapist is. I think that if you were to start punishing rapists to death, you would see a lot less rape. Because people would be afraid of their lives.
So would you agree with punishing rapists to death?
I would have to pray about it more. I don't have the answer off my head, but if someone gave me the option right now, like, hey, we'll outlaw abortion, but in order to outlaw abortion, we have to punish rapists to death, I would press that button without thinking.
You would sign it?
Huh?
You would sign it?
If that bill, if I had the power and the authority, sure, absolutely. And then now I would expect that person to be tried in a court of law by a jury of their peers and guilty beyond a reasonable shadow of doubt. So I would want them to actually be guilty. I think a lot of people are accused of rape that didn't actually commit rape. Plane's loud. Yeah, it is all the way up there. Huh? It's on freedom, yeah. Not a petition. A bill. Like if I was in judicial, like if I was the president of the United States and Congress gave me a bill that said, hey, we're going to outlaw abortion, we're also going to make the rapist punishable by death, yeah, I would sign that without thinking. You agree?